Today we are covering full body. We're hitting it all today. So you get your dynamic warm-up going while I just briefly talk you through what this is going to look like. We're going to have our usual cardio starter, get that heart rate up there. It's only about 3 minutes, so we'll get it going with the bang there. And then we've got 4 strength sets that we're going to work through together, going through each set 3 times. A couple of those sets are sort of one-sided, so we'll do a left side, we'll do a right side, and we're going to go through that 3 times. So a couple of sets take a little longer than the other 2, but they're all going to be that same format. We're going to work through with 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, so that we all stay together on these. If you would prefer to do this with reps, you absolutely can do that. I would say you're doing 10 to 12 reps of every exercise. So finish up that dynamic warm-up, and we're gonna get going with this full body workout. Feisty this morning. Our cardio starter has 4 exercises, so we're just gonna go through one time. That's it. Let's jack that heart rate up and we're gonna get her going. The first one is the 3 pulse jump squat, booty back, chest upright, 1, 2, 3, jump and land soft on that, okay? If you don't wanna jump, you just come to a stand and back down. You just gotta keep a tempo going, a quick tempo on that if there's no jump. Then we've got the sumo punch jack. So the sumo, my knees and toes are going out in that sumo squat. I come down, punch, punch, jack it together. Again, if you don't want to jump and make it no impact, then you're just down holding that sumo squat as low as you can, giving me a punch. We've got the burpee with the double thruster. So with that burpee, nice tight core, I go down, nice even kickback, come in, out, in, jump, okay? If we don't want to jump there, it's the double thruster, come up to a stand and go right back to it. And then we're just gonna finish with rainbows. Off to the side, up and over, really move those arms overhead there. So quick, high energy starter can be done with absolutely no jumping and a very low impact, or it can be done with some jumping. You choose which route you want to take. You can mix it up if you want to. We're going to go through this here at 30-15. Get your space, and we'll get going. Here we go. Jump, give me some air and land soft. Or you're coming to a stand. If you're doing any of these in the low impact version, then I need a much faster tempo from you so that we get that heart rate elevated. We get everything warmed up here to get our full body workout going. Break. We've got the sumo with that punch jack. Start down in the sumo, exaggerated. We punch at the bottom. Bring it together with the jack. Look in your mirrors. I want you getting as much bend in these legs in that sumo as you can. If you're going no jack here, you gotta hold that sumo nice and low and have a nice tempo with those punches. Almost there. Break. Burpee with the double thruster. You add a jump to that, or you just come to a stand. Keep that core nice and tight. Everything tucked in. Here we go. Stay with me here. rainbows. Only one time through this. You should be breathing heavy. Don't give up on it. Stay with me. Here we go. Really get those arms overhead. Only had to go through one time. And I know I succeeded in elevating my heart rate here. Nice, done with the starter. Okay, our first strength set, I don't know why I can't say that this morning. Strength set is one of the longer ones because we're going to be addressing our left side, then our right side, and we're going to go through that 3 times. So this is one of those longer sets that I was talking to you about in the intro. Weights here, you're going to want 5, 8, 10, 12 range on these. Let me quickly go through the 3 exercises while you gather up your weights. The first one is a calf raise. Now for this, I'm going to double up my weights in my left arm, and we're working our left leg here. Hold on to a wall, hold on to a chair. In my case, for video purposes, I'm holding on to the vent above my head. So the key component here is there's a pause at the top of that calf raise. So just like when I do rows or other things, I start at the top, down, up, down, up, down, up for that calf raise, okay? Pause at the top. Keeping this very same plant leg, I now transfer the weights to both arms, and then I sort of start them here in this position, holding like a hammer curl, but I sort of have my arms tucked just like this. I'm then going to do, we're doing a split squat with a tricep kickback. So, split squat, I sort of start in this V formation. I go down into my split squat here. My arms are already up. I have a natural lean in my torso. I kick back and up. Keep my legs right here. Down, kick back, up. Down, kick back, up. Okay, we're staying on that left side again. And then finally, I'm going to do a single leg deadlift, again, using this left leg plant. So, I've got the dumbbell in each hand here, and we're going to do the deadlift where I'm lifting that rear leg. So keeping a neutral neck, keeping those weights down my shin, my torso and legs move as one unit, single leg deadlift. Okay, we're going to go through that on the left side, then we'll go through it on the right side, and we're going to go through that series 3 times through. Okay? It's nothing really you need to concern yourself with. You're just do what I do. We'll all be good. All right? So get your weights, 5, 8, 10, 12s. And I'm going to start the timer. We're going to get going with the calf raise first. Hold on to that wall if you need it. Calf raise, left leg, start at the top, up, down, up. Pause at the top, down, up. I'm holding both weights on my left side, and I'm pausing at the top here to work this calf muscle. Good. Pause. Connect mind to body here. Think about that calf. Keep that leg pretty straight. I don't want it locked out, but I want your calf doing all the work, so keep it straight. Break. Now I'm going to put a dumbbell in each hand, maintaining that left leg plant. Let's get into our split squat positioning here. So my left leg is up front. Remember, I'm going to hold my dumbbells like this. I go down, kick back, up, down, kick back, up. My knee's not touching the ground at the bottom, but I'm getting as close as I can. I have a natural lean with my torso. Look straight ahead here, sort of in front of your foot to keep a neutral neck. You're fighting for balance at the bottom of this. Good. And one-legged deadlift. Again, left leg, dumbbell in each hand. Keep this core nice and tight. Look down right in front of that plant foot. Here we go. That back toe stays pointed towards the ground. Good. All the work should be in that plant leg. Try to get that back leg up as high as you can. Because we started off working our calf, hopefully you're also feeling this a little bit in your calf. Break. Now let's do that very same series with the right side. So I'm holding both weights, right arm, about to work that right leg with the calf raise here. Start up, down, up. Good. Pause at the top. Working that calf, keeping that leg fairly straight but not locked. But I want your calf to be the one giving you that lift, not your quad, not your hamstring. So keep that leg pretty straight. Break. Now, get into your split squat, right leg in front. Hold these weights. Remember here, we're going to do the split squat with the tricep kick back. So, down, kick back, up, down, up. Get that knee as close to the ground as you can. Having to do that kick back at the bottom, your legs are fighting to maintain balance there. So we're really working our legs with the split squat. If you've got the right weights, you're really working those triceps with the kickback. Break. Now let's do back to the deadlift. Right leg plant. Breathe, keep that core tight. Here we go. Weights right down the front of your leg and up. Keep that toe pointed down. Neutral neck by looking straight down. And get that back leg as high as you can here. Whoop, lost my balance. I took my eye away from my focal point here. Break. Nice work. If you need a longer break here, take it. Hit pause. Otherwise, we're going right back here to our left leg calf raise. There we go. Start at the top. Up. Good. Nice. Use this moment to get your breathing back into a controlled rhythm. Really pause at the top, stick it up there. Good. We often forget about our calves, so this is a good one. Strong calves, break. Also help with our knee stability, which is important. So, left leg still remains out front. Get those dumbbells to your side here for our kickback. Whoop. Down, kick back, and up. Make sure that front knee is not coming over your toe. If it is, you need to take a wider stance back. Good. There's a slight lean in your torso, just a natural lean, but your triceps are doing all the work in that kickback. Break, left leg, deadlift. Here we go. Weights right down the front. Good. If you have real light weights here, you have man hands like I do, you can hold, let's say a 3 and a 5 in each hand, just to increase the amount of weight you're using here. Also, as always, water jug, a gallon water jug full is about 8 pounds. Break. Fill it with sand, it's a little more than that. So there's things at home, laundry jugs. Let's do the same thing here on our right side. You guys got the routine here at this point. Start at the top, down, up. Good. So, if you're at home, get creative. If you don't have all the weights that you wish you had, that they have at the gym, get creative with what you're using. But just give yourself some resistance here. Got to work at it a little bit. Our bones and our muscles need that resistance. Break. Same. Right leg plant. So right leg's in front. Split squat with the kickback. My heart rate's staying elevated here. Get those weights position, down, kick back, up. Especially when we do a compound movement like this, where we're working our legs and our upper body with the same exercise movement. Really helps elevate our heart rate, or at least keep it somewhat elevated. Good. And we've got that deadlift. I told you this is one of the longer ones. We're going back and forth between left and right. Also finding balance here when we're doing these unilateral exercises. Here we go. Is engaging a whole lot of that core. So you're not going to see a lot of intentional core exercises in this workout because our core has been incorporated when we're doing especially these unilateral movements where we're really trying to find balance in any given exercise. All right, last time through here. Left leg, calf raise, double up those weights. And let's finish this series up here. Start at the top, down, up. Good. Down, up. Good. Pause at the top. Leg is straight, not locked, but my calf is doing the work. Good. Break. Keep that left leg out front. Switch the dumbbells to each hand. Get them in that hammer curl position. We'll go down for our split squat. Lower that back knee as close to the ground as you can and kick it back. Up. Lower, kick back. Use your mirror. Look at your form here. I want that front knee behind your toe. Should have a natural lean with your torso. And that back knee is getting as close to the ground as you can. Triceps kick back. Good. Now let's do that deadlift on the left. And my assistant, is he in? There he is. Here we go, deadlift. Keep that core tight. I feel this so much more in my glutes and my hamstring if my core is engaged and tight. Also think about lifting that back leg. We start to just go muscle memory here. Lift that back leg. Lift it back there. Good. Break. Last time, right side. Double up those dumbbells. Now, I want you to be thinking, here we go, start at the top, down, up. Also, if you can do these on a step or a stair and get a bigger range of motion with that calf, yahoo, I love that, anytime. Anytime I've got calf raises going and you can do that on a step or, you know, some sort of elevation and get a bigger range of motion, I'm all for it. I want you to be thinking about those first 4 cardios we did. We had the 3 pulse jump squat, we had the sumo punch jack, break, let's do that split squat kickback, get those dumbbells, get your split squat positioning here. We had the burpee with the double thruster, and we had the rainbows. There we go, lower that back knee, kick back, and up. Lower, kick back, and up. Use your mirror if you need to here, look at your form. We're going to pick one of those cardios. It's free choice. You pick which one you want to do, and we're just going to do a quick 30-second pop of it here before we move on to our next set of exercises. Break, single leg deadlift. So you choose one of those 4. As soon as we're done with this deadlift, we're going to do one of those cardios. You can do one this round, pick another one next round. You can stick with the same one the entire time. You can make one of those into the low impact. So you choose how you're feeling, how you want to approach that 30 seconds of heart rate cardio here. Break. I'm going to do the 3 pulse jump squat. I'm just going to start at the top. For my cardio pop here, and then I will talk to you about what our second strength set looks like. So here we go. Whichever cardio you've chosen here, good. If you've gone the low impact route, just make sure you keep that tempo pretty strong here with our cardio. Excellent job. First strength set done. I know it was a long one because we did that left and right. Break. Nice work. Set 2 for our strength is going to take half the time as that first one. So let me quickly go through our 3 exercises here. The first one is a sumo with an upright row here. So I'm going to be using my kettlebell here, but you can also hold a dumbbell either vertically or horizontally. You just decide which grip you like better on that. I've got my kettlebell going here. So knees and toes, exaggerated position. I'm seeing a lot of, when I'm telling people to get into a sumo squat, they're just taking a wide squat position. My toes are forward. Sumo, my hips, knees, toes, everything is turned out. I'm thinking about those knees going back so my glutes are immediately engaged here. Okay, so start with that weight held low. I go down in that sumo. Use your mirror. How low can you get in this sumo? When I come up for that upright row. I want high elbows. Again, look in your mirror, okay? Keep those elbows high. Down, up. So, upright row. Then we're going to get down on the floor. I'm going to use that same weight. If you need to go lighter on this, you can. We're going to start right here. I'm doing a lat pullover and a leg lift at the same time. So as I lower my legs, I lower that weight behind me with straight arms, and I come back to center. Lower, back to center. If you need to do this one leg at a time to relieve your lower back, that's an option. And then, again, using the same weight, I'm going to put it right behind my back here, not on my neck, okay? Down here on my back, the meat is. My back, I'm gonna hold my weight. Now I've got a dumbbell, or I'm rather a kettlebell, so I'm holding it by the handles. If you've got a dumbbell, you're just holding it end to end back there, and I'm gonna do a good morning. I hinge at the hip, nice straight back, nice tight core. My line of sight stays neutral by looking down here between my toes and up, down, and up. Those are our 3 exercises here. Grab the weights you need and let's get it going. Sumo position, down, raise up, upright row. Good. If you've got lighter weights, you should be getting more reps for me here. If you've got heavier weights, then conversely, you're getting in fewer reps because you're working harder to sling that heavy weight around. Good. Are you getting low in that sumo? Knees back, break, lat pull over with the leg lift. Also think about, for this one, you're holding the dumbbell end to end. Also think about, here we go, start up here, straight arms, straight legs, and up. Good. In that sumo, I also want you to think about keeping that torso upright. Don't fold in half at the waist rather, as you lower that weight. Keep that torso upright so that I can read the front of your shirt the entire time. You're doing this one leg at a time. If this bothers your lower back, come up, get that weight behind your head for good mornings. Here in the meat, hinge at the hip. My core is tight and engaged. I keep a neutral neck and up. This is really such a nice stretch. Now, if you have a bar at home, by all means, hold that bar across your back for these good mornings if you can handle the weight. And if holding a weight behind your head bothers you, just turn this into a nice good morning stretch. Break. We're back to sumo upright row here. And think about keeping that torso upright. How low can you get in that sumo? And I want to keep those elbows high. Here we go. Down, up. Good. That weight rides right up my front, doesn't get in front of me, right up the front of my torso here. My knees are back. In my brain, that's my mental piece. I don't expect you to torque them backwards. I just want you to be thinking about knees back here. Break, lat pull over with the leg lift. Here we go. Starting position. I keep my head down for this one. Lower those arms and legs. Keep them straight. Breathe. Press that lower back into the floor. Good. I'm going to have to open the door. Heat's kicked on again. Either that or I have to get a fan. Break. But good mornings. I am the person who would rather, I'd work out outside all year long, really. I love it. I'll layer up and get out there. Here we go. Nice tight core, nice flat back. My back stays flat by keeping my core engaged. If you notice you have a hump in your back, that camel hump, then you need to really think about keeping that core tight. If you need to look in your mirror, look to the side here. Don't have it in front of you so that you're looking, that's a lot of strain on your neck there. So if you need to look in the mirror, have it to the side for those good mornings. All right, sumo upright, last round. Here we go. Good. Nice high elbows, nice deep sumo. Push through those heels. Good. Almost there. Good. On the floor. Let's start with those arms and legs up. Keep those arms as straight as you can so that it's more lat. If you start getting bend in those arms, it's going to end up being more tricep than back. I've got air popping like crazy in those hips. I did a lot of sitting yesterday, and you can tell. Break, and good mornings. Last time through here, as you may have guessed, those of you that know me, I'm pretty consistent with my routine. So think about, here we go, think about what cardio you want to do next. 3 pulse jump squat, sumo jack punch, burpee double thruster, or rainbows. Any of those you can make low impact as well. Break. Whoa. Oh, my elbow. I'm going down the list. So I've got the sumo punch jack is the one I'm going to do next. I do the punch at the bottom. So down to my sumo punch. Good. If you've turned these into no impact, make sure you got a good tempo going for me. If you're doing these, get me some good bend in that leg. It's not just a jumping jack, it's a sumo jack here. Get that bend. Break. Well done. Our third strength set is another long one. We're going to be addressing the left side and then the right side again in this strength portion. So for this one, again, you're just going to need, I don't know why the light is doing weird things, you're just going to need weights for upper body. So again, I would say 5, 8, 10, 12s is what you're looking for here. Our first exercise is a reverse lunge with a hammer curl. Let's start with that left leg plant. I'm going to go back into my reverse lunge. While I'm down here, I'm going to bring those weights up to my shoulder, back down, and come to a stand. Reverse lunge, hammer, and back up. Remember, with that hammer, those elbows stay right by my side. They're not moving back and forth. I try to bring that top of that dumbbell to my shoulder and back down, okay? Then the next exercise, we're gonna be down on the ground for this. Again, left leg plant. I'm going to use both of my weights here, but you're welcome to just use one. I pull that left leg in as far as I can so that my ankle's stacked under my knee. I've got my weights resting here in some way on above my hip bone, not down here on my stomach, but on that side of my hip bone. I have a straight leg. My right leg is straight, my left leg's doing the work. Hold them this way, lay them down. I don't care how you do it, or just use one, but we're just doing a one-legged glute raise. I'm pushing through this heel
here, my toe is really off the ground, at least in my shoe it is, and I'm pushing through that heel. Give me a pause at the top. Then the third exercise, I'm going to keep us here on the ground. I'm going to grab both of those dumbbells, start overhead, pull those feet in, and give me a glute bridge. I'm pushing through those heels. I'm going to hold this glute bridge the entire time I'm doing chest flies. Straight arms, come out to the side as close to the ground as possible and back up. The entire time I'm holding my glute up in a bridge. If that's too much, just give me chest flies there. You need to keep your arms straight on those. If you cannot, then you need to go lighter in weight. All right, so grab your weights that you need here, 5, 8, 10, 12, and let's get going with this set. Left leg plant, reverse lunge with a hammer curl. Reverse, hammer, up. Good. Again, doing the hammer at the bottom of this reverse lunge. Works my legs a little more because they're trying to find that balance down there. My elbows are staying right by my torso. If you've got heavier weights here, I'm getting fewer reps. If you've got lighter weights, you're getting me more reps. Break down on the ground. Pull that left leg in so that your ankle is stacked under your knee there. Pile those weights however you need to, and let's do that single leg glute raise. I'm pushing through that heel, and I'm trying to pause at the top. Good. I had my foot pulled in a little too far there. Also, feel free to do this with no weights. If you just can't find the balance of one leg, then do this with no weights. For me, by having the weights, I can feel my obliques over here fighting to find that balance. Okay, stay right where you are. Start with those weights facing each other. You have your fly weight. Generally, it's a little lighter. We're gonna get that glute bridge going. Push through those heels. Now, while it's up there, we're gonna do our flies. Straight arms, off to the side. Push through those heels. If holding that glute bridge is too much, just give me chest flies here. Keeping those arms straight. Good. Let's pop up, and we're gonna do our right side now. Starting with that reverse lunge hammer curl. Elbows by my side. What I want you to use your mirror for here is to see how low can you get that back knee on your reverse lunge. You also want to look down and make sure that that front knee doesn't come too far over that toe. If it is, you need to take a bigger step back in that reverse lunge. Good. Break. Single leg glute bridge here. Right side. Use weights or not. Configure it. Push through that heel. It's an immediate cramp for me. Need to make a little adjustment with my leg placement. Good. Ooh, fighting to find that balance. My hamstring's on fire. Push through that heel. Good. Break. We've got the glute bridge. Hold with our chest flies here. Start with your palms facing each other. Push through those heels. Here we go. Really squeeze those dumbbells. I've got a bit of a tweaky elbow. So on these, I've really got to focus on squeezing the dumbbells when they're out there to try to keep my elbow ligaments right where they need to be. Push through those heels. Keep those hips high. Break. Nice. Back to the left side. Reverse lunge hammer. I thought about, here we go, giving us a shorter break, giving us only 10 seconds here. But I didn't want you to rush the movements, especially with these compound movements. I wanted you to have focus on what we're doing, because compound movements especially really require you to concentrate on what we're combining here. Good. Down for our glute raise. So, you're welcome. I gave us 15 seconds between exercises. Plant that left leg, lift that right leg, and push through that heel. Pause at the top. Again, if using weights here on your hips is just too difficult, do this without weights. My hamstring is just screaming here. Woo. Break. We got a glute bridge hold with our flies. Roll those wrists if you're tired of holding those weights. Palms face each other, lift those hips. Here we go. Now, I'm not flexible enough to hyperextend my lower back here, but if you are, make sure you don't lift too high on these glute bridges and put tension on that lower back. Push through those heels. Make sure those glutes are engaged. We're trying to multitask here. And squeeze those chest muscles. All right. Right side. Cruising through here, team. Again, I'm doing this with time because I am not as talented as my dear friend Cindy, and I can't talk and count at the same time. So if we were doing reps, I have no idea how many I'd get in. It would be a disaster. So I'm doing this with time to keep us all on the same page, so to speak. If you'd prefer to do this workout with reps, absolutely. I would say you're doing 10 to 12 reps of every exercise. Perfect. Single leg glute raise. There we go. Good. Oh, mercy. Push through that heel. I'm looking at myself on the video and thinking, oh, can they even see that my hips are moving? In my head, I'm lifting my hips. I'm not sure that reality is showing the same thing. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you guys feel that way, but oh boy, I do. All right, glute bridge hold. Push through those heels. In fact, my toes are off the ground here. Try to pull those ankles in so that they're under your knees. Engage those glutes while we're working our chest here. Come down straight to the side and pull back up. As always, if you've got really light weights here, make these a 3/4 fly. In other words, stop right about here and go back down. That'll keep your chest under tension the entire time. If you've got light weights and want to work them a little bit more. Last round. Here we go. Left side. Reverse, hammer, and up. Good. Get a nice nice low back knee. Good. Almost there. Break. Back down on the floor. Single leg glute raise. Stack those weights willy-nilly on your hips. Pull that leg in. Push through that heel. Last time on this side, thank goodness. Oh. My core, my hamstring. Whose idea was this? Keep it going, we're almost there. And then good news, we can use both legs for the glute bridge. Break. Okay, both legs down, both legs planted, pushing through both heels. Have those palms face each other. Lift those hips, here we go. Now, the reality is if you have light weights here, I was just talking about the 3/4 flies, we are doing in essence, six sets of flies here because we're doing flies with every side. So even if you have light weights, I tried to create this workout break with that in mind, with the concept of us all having light weights. And so even if you have light weights, by getting, in reality, 2 minutes of chest flies in here, you're still gonna get a good workout for that chest. Right side, let's wrap this one up here. Elbows stay by your side. I know we're tired, sick of this routine, but don't lose focus with these compound movements. Almost there. Good. Down on the ground. I also thought about only going through each of these exercises twice. Here we go. Single leg glute raise. But again, I really wanted us to focus on these compound movements, to really get comfortable with them and to understand and focus on them in a way that can only come with repetition. So I wanted to work through each of these sets 3 times. And there's only 4 sets, so break. All right, glute bridge hold with the flies. Think about what cardio you're going to choose here. Here we go. Lift up those hips. Nice. And we're going to finish with one of the quick sets. 3 exercises, 3 times through, piece of cake. Hitting absolutely everything. Chest, back, break. What cardio are you gonna do? I'm up for the burpee double thruster here is next to my line. I've got all sorts of hair issues happening. Here we go. Land soft if you're doing these with me. Also just come to a stand if you want to eliminate that impact. We're almost there. Excellent work.
final set, 3 exercises. We'll go through 3 times and then we're done. So the first one, we're going to be down on the ground for a plank row plus the rear raiser. So again, compound exercise, takes a lot of focus. We start in our plank formation. My shoulders are stacked over my wrists and I'm holding onto the dumbbell. Some of you don't like that pressure on your wrists, so you can put your hands here to the side of your dumbbell while you're not doing the row. So for the row, pull that elbow up as high as I can, keeping my core tight. I don't want you opening up like this when you do that row. My hips stay square to the ground. Row, row, rear raiser, rear raiser. Nice straight legs on those, okay? Row, row, rear raiser, rear raiser. Then I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stick with these weights, but if you wanna go with a lighter weight here, you certainly can. I'm gonna rack them at my shoulders, go down to a squat, come up and press with a rotation. I rotate my hips off to the side by pivoting on that back toe and press. Back down, rotate, pivot, and press. I want that weight straight overhead, not in front of you. I can't even do it because it hurts my shoulders. So not out in front, but I'm pivoting and pressing straight overhead. If that's too much for you, drop the weights completely. Other option is to hold one weight as well and pivot and press straight overhead. Okay, so squat with that rotational press, and then let's be kind. Let's end it with a kindness to our back with the bird dog here. And I'll give you the halfway indicator. We'll switch sides halfway through that 30 seconds, okay? Gather up your weights. I'm going to say the same thing here, really. 3, 5, 8, 10, 12. Pretty much the same thing we've used this entire workout. And let's get going here with our final set. Here we go. Good plank formation. Row, row, rear raiser, rear raiser. My rear raisers feel the same as my single leg glute raise. Are they even really lifting? In my head they are. So really keep this core. Your core has to be engaged throughout this entire series of movements. Tight, tight, lift, lift. Good. Now let's come up for our squat with rotational press. Rack those weights at your shoulders if you're using 2. If you're using 1, hold it horizontally in front of you. Squat, rotate and press straight overhead. Okay, these don't have to be speedy here. Good. I'm also trying very hard not to bang into the vent that's over my head. Good. Break. And let's do some bird dogs here. I'll tell you when to switch sides. Give me a little pause on the extension on these. Here we go. Touch, extend with a little pause. Make sure your shoulders and wrists, knees and hips are all stacked up squarely. Good. Switch sides. I'm getting my breathing back under control here. Break. We got our planks. Row rear raiser. Roll those wrists. Here we go. Again, remember, if you don't like holding the dumbbells, just put your hands next to them and only lift those dumbbells while you're doing the rows. With the rear raiser, try to keep your legs straight. You can, bend it and do more of a kick.
but I want you to try to engage those hamstrings and glutes, and that happens more so with a straight leg. Good. Squat and press. I was gonna go lighter in my weight, but I'm just gonna hold one here. Here we go. Squat, rotate and press straight overhead. Remember, with your squat, booty back, proud chest, strong knees, all of the buzz phrases we have. Good. Good. Bird dogs. I'm going to start with my right arm this time. Try to make it even. Here we go. A neutral hand, like you're going to shake someone's hand. Pause at the top. Look straight down. Keep that neck neutral. Switch sides. Break. Last round here. Okay, plank row. Here we go. Tight core. Stay focused. Keep those hips square. Good. Really get those elbows up there as high as you can with the row. Break. Squat with that rotational press. Again, very few, here we go, squat, press straight overhead with that hip rotation. Very few specific core. Oh, bird dog, and we had the leg lift. But a lot of our core here in this workout has come from this kind of compound movement throughout. Break. Bird dog. Pick your poison here for your cardio after this. I'm down to rainbows. Here we go. Switch sides. Good. Break. This is good. Good, good, good full body workout. And you did it. Here we go, rainbows. I'm really trying to get my hands up and over my head here. Drawing the rainbow with that chalk. Good. I like rainbows. It's an easy, low impact option. Break. Excellent, excellent work here. You stuck with me. There were some long ones in there. A lot of repetitive exercises, but they were challenging exercises. We were combining two different
elements together, and you did a really, really great job. I'm proud of you. Thanks for joining me with this full body workout.